With a population of 1 billion in this country, the medical services that we offer to our public are woefully inadequate. The problems confronting this country regarding education of manpower, education of doctors, and the subsequent brain drain that happens leaves most of our working population, more than 70% of them who live in villages, without too many options for quality eye care. Tele-Ophthalmology, or telemedicine in general, and tele-Ophthalmology in particular, offers a unique hope that excellent instrumentation and excellent manpower, technical manpower, can reach villages where doctors would rather not go or doctors are reluctant to go. The KIDROP project, the tele-ROP project that Nethralaya has started under the leadership of Dr. Anand Vinekar is the first of its kind, where we screen babies in peripheral neonatology setups even at a district hospital level, and the images on the retina are transmitted by satellite or by the internet to be viewed by remote doctors who can view the images, come to a diagnosis, identify the stage of a potentially blinding disease in infants, and organize to rush manpower to treat the disease before a child is blind.
We have recently commenced a pilot project with i2i Telesolutions. Their software provides a fairly easy to use user interface which allows quick and easy upload of these images. In fact, our technicians are able to do it in the peripheral areas where even the broadband speeds are fairly unreliable. And then they transfer the images sometimes onto another laptop that is other than the RedCam laptop, because this allows them the freedom to upload these images even when they are traveling from one center to the other. On the viewer side of the software, where we as physicians mostly interact, we have found some very useful features. The first is that the work lists of these babies' images that are getting uploaded are actually assignable to multiple doctors by simply allowing the newcomer a login access. So this allows several doctors to opine on the same patient almost at the same time. The second is the ability of the software to allow us to compare images between two eyes or even between two sessions, therefore allowing us to make a much more informed decision on the progression or the regression of the disease. The third is that the resolution of these images that we get to see on their software is as good as the ones we are used to seeing on the RedCam. And there's also a choice between the JPEG, BMP and the DICOM formats. But by far the most useful feature of the software is the live and progressive streaming of these images. This to us means that with less than 20% of the image being uploaded, the resolution is good enough for us to actually make the diagnosis. This means that we can see multiple images in a shorter period of time. With a very large caseload, this is a distinct advantage. In this pilot, i2i is also providing us the hardware service. This includes the server management, data security and data backup, in fact in more than one geographic locations, for possible disaster recovery. Of course, if we choose to go ahead with this model, then we do have the option of maintaining our own server at our institute. We think tele-Ophthalmology has a great future. There is no other way we can reach over 8% of the 27 million live births born annually in India who are born less than 2,000 grams and who deserve ROP screening. With limited experts in our country and in other nations like India, image transfer and real-time reporting is probably the only way that the standard of care can be delivered to these peripheral children. We believe tele-ROP is the only solution in the current scenario. One of the ways to provide almost real-time diagnosis of these images of the infants who come from far and wide to the NICU centers that our team visits periodically is if the images could be beamed onto a doctor's cell phone. This would actually take away the dependence on the internet and variable broadband speeds, especially in the peripheral areas, and even obviating the need of the doctor to be in front of the computer to make the diagnosis. Now the expert can be anywhere and at any time he can view the images on his cell phone and rely on the cellular home network which is actually very good in India today. The new application that i2i Telesolutions has developed does precisely this. The application has currently been customized to the needs of our institute and uses standard ROP diagnosing protocols and has been developed for the Apple iPhone. In the pilot images that we witnessed, the quality of the images were acceptable and were sufficient to make a diagnosis. Also included is a reporting panel that has been built into the application that allows us to directly create the report, which gets published as a PDF document and reaches the appropriate work list on the server, ready for our peripherally situated technician to view and to even print in the periphery. We at Narayana Nethralaya believe that this is a historic development, not just in the field of tele-Ophthalmology, but in tele-medicine as a whole. We congratulate i2i Telesolution and their entire team on this achievement and wish them the very best of luck in the future.